A German tank accidentally crashed into a pot of white rice porridge made by a Soviet army cook. Seeing food spilled all over the ground, the cook was furious. In wartime, food must not be wasted. Without hesitation, he grabbed an axe and charged forward, climbing onto the tank and wildly hacking at it. His actions left the German tank commander completely stunned. The camp was supposed to be empty. Where was this noise coming from? Was it a ghost? Too afraid to open the hatch, they began blindly firing their machine gun in all directions. That was the last straw for the Soviet cook. Not only did they ruin his food, they had the nerve to shoot at him too. He swung his axe furiously at the machine gun barrel, and after a few blows, it was so deformed it could no longer fire. He shouted insults at the Germans inside as he kept attacking. Realizing someone was actually on top of their tank, the Germans tried to shake him off by accelerating. But the cook wasn't just fierce, he was clever too. He tore off his apron and covered the tank's periscope, then stuffed his sleeves into the cracks to block their view. Blinded, the German tank lurched around like a headless fly, until it finally crashed into a tent. Wrapped tightly in canvas, they couldn't see a thing. The tank commander was now in a full panic. The cook hacked open the tent and climbed out with his axe, but he wasn't done yet. He continued chopping at the tank while cursing loudly. To prevent the Germans from climbing out, he staged an elaborate act pretending there were many Soviet soldiers surrounding them. To make it more convincing, he shouted commands to set the tent on fire and smoke them out. The Germans, confused and terrified, thought they were surrounded by an entire Soviet platoon. Not wanting to die inside the tank, they surrendered and threw out their weapons. The cook quickly seized the machine gun and ordered them to toss out everything they had. When the German tank commander climbed out and turned around, he was stunned to see only a single Soviet cook. He looked around in disbelief, furious upon realizing they'd been tricked by just one man. Later, when the Soviet soldiers returned, they were greeted not only by a full dinner spread, but also a captured German tank and a group of surrendered enemies. The smiling chef looked at them proudly. All the Soviet soldiers were left speechless by the scene. This story is based on a real event. The Soviet cook's name was Ivan Sereda.